The formation of England as a nation-state was not due to a single individual or event. It emerged over centuries, marked by invasions, settlements, and political developments. From the early Celtic tribes to the unification under Anglo-Saxon and Norman rulers, each era played a crucial role in shaping the foundation and identity of England. The early inhabitants and Roman Britannia. Long before the concept of England took shape, the land was home to various tribes and cultures. Among them, the Celts, Britons, and Picts played a significant role in early British history, each contributing their unique customs and traditions to the rich tapestry of the region's heritage. This pre-Roman era was marked by a complex society that thrived on agriculture, trade, and warfare, laying the groundwork for the transformative events that would follow. With the Roman invasion in the 1st century AD, Britannia entered a new chapter of its history. The Romans introduced advanced engineering, establishing an extensive network of roads, cities, and fortifications that revolutionized travel and communication across the region. This period saw the rise of significant urban centres, such as Londinium, London, which would become pivotal in the future development of England. The Roman rule also brought about profound cultural and social changes, integrating Britannia into the broader Roman Empire while confronting and adapting to the existing native traditions. Despite their far-reaching impact, the Romans faced persistent resistance from the local tribes, highlighting the resilience and indomitable spirit of the island's inhabitants. Anglo-Saxon settlements and kingdoms. Following the decline of Roman influence in Britannia, a new chapter commenced with the arrival of the Anglo-Saxons. These Germanic tribes, primarily the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, migrated across the North Sea, weaving the initial threads of what would become the fabric of English identity. They established multiple kingdoms, each with its distinct cultures and traditions, dotting the landscape of present-day England. Notable among these early polities were Northumbria in the north, Mercia in the central region, and Wessex in the south. This era was characterized by frequent skirmishes and power struggles, not only among the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms themselves, but also against external threats. The fabric of society was fundamentally altered as these disparate kingdoms slowly started to identify with a shared cultural and linguistic heritage, setting the stage for future consolidation. Amidst this backdrop of incessant warfare and territorial ambition, a rich tapestry of Anglo-Saxon art, law, and literature flourished. The period also saw the introduction of Christianity, which played a pivotal role in unifying these communities under a common faith, further solidifying the groundwork for a united England. Viking raids and the Danelaw. The Vikings, originating from Scandinavia, posed a formidable challenge to the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms with their relentless raids beginning in the late 8th century. These Norse warriors were not only fearsome in battle, but also adept at establishing settlements, particularly in the north and east of what is now England. Their influence led to the creation of the Danelaw, a significant swathe of territory where Norse law prevailed over Anglo-Saxon customs. This era was marked by a blend of conflict and cooperation, as Viking settlers integrated with the local Anglo-Saxon populace. The cultural exchange between the Vikings and the Anglo-Saxons had a profound impact on the region, contributing to the linguistic, cultural, and genetic makeup of future generations. The establishment of the Danelaw underpinned a period of relative peace and facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas, enriching the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. Moreover, the Viking presence accelerated the process of political consolidation in England. The threat posed by Norse invaders prompted Anglo-Saxon kingdoms to forge alliances, laying the groundwork for a unified response and eventually leading to the creation of a more cohesive English identity. The unification of England under Alfred the Great. King Alfred the Great, ruling Wessex, was a pivotal figure in the narrative of a unified England. In facing the Viking threat, he not only managed to protect his domain, but also initiated strategies that fostered cohesion among the disparate Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. The construction of burhs, a network of fortified towns, was a key military innovation that played a critical role in safeguarding communities from Norse invasions. These fortifications were more than mere strongholds. They became hubs of trade and governance that helped in knitting together a fragmented landscape. Alfred's vision extended beyond immediate military concerns. He invested in the intellectual and spiritual upliftment of his people, promoting education and the revival of Christian values, which contributed to a growing sense of shared identity and purpose. His diplomatic engagements, particularly the Treaty of Wedmore, marked a strategic pivot that acknowledged the presence of Viking settlers while securing the autonomy of Anglo-Saxon territories. Under his leadership, the concept of a collective English identity began to crystallize, transcending the boundaries of individual kingdoms. Alfred's contributions laid the essential groundwork for the gradual amalgamation of territories into a single realm, a process that would shape the future trajectory of the English nation. The Norman conquest and its aftermath. The pivotal event of 1066, when William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, crossed the English Channel and defeated King Harold II at the Battle of Hastings, irrevocably changed the trajectory of English history. This victory not only ushered in Norman rule, but also introduced a new socio-political landscape across England. The implementation of feudalism redefined land ownership and social hierarchy, placing the Normans at the apex of society and integrating a system that bound the peasantry to the land under the oversight of Norman lords. In the wake of the conquest, Norman architecture began to dot the English countryside, with the construction of imposing castles and the foundation of majestic cathedrals symbolizing Norman authority and the permanence of their rule. Furthermore, the conquest facilitated the integration of French into the English language, significantly influencing its development and vocabulary. The Norman administration also revamped the legal system, laying the groundwork for the evolution of English common law. Normans introduced the concept of the King's Court, Curia Regis, and various legal reforms that would have a lasting impact on English governance. The Plantagenet rule and the evolution of the English law under the Plantagenet dynasty, which assumed control after the Norman conquest, the legal and political landscape of England underwent significant transformation. It was during this era that the Magna Carta of 1215 emerged as a cornerstone document, championed by the barons against King John, stipulating the rule of law and safeguarding certain rights which fundamentally altered the relationship between the monarchy and its subjects. This period also saw the establishment of the English Parliament, which began to take shape as a body representing a broader spectrum of the populace, not just the nobility. The development of common law, another hallmark of this era, introduced a unified system of legal principles and judicial decisions that were based on customs and precedent rather than the whims of rulers. These advancements under the Plantagenet kings were pivotal in curbing the absolute power of the monarchy, laying the groundwork for a democratic governance structure that emphasized the importance of a legally bound sovereign and the rights of individuals. The legacy of England's creation. The journey to England's formation is a remarkable narrative woven through centuries of dynamic interactions among diverse groups and pivotal leaders. Its rich history, marked by invasions, settlements, and unifications, has profoundly influenced the nation's identity, leaving an indelible mark on the English language, culture, and governance. England's development into a nation is underpinned by the resilience and ingenuity of its people, who navigated the complexities of their times to lay down the frameworks of modern society. From the establishment of common law to the evolution of democratic principles, the milestones achieved throughout this journey resonate in today's England, offering a lens through which we understand its enduring legacy. This narrative celebrates the past and underscores the continuous shaping of England's future, driven by the spirit of unity and innovation. The story of England's emergence is indeed a compelling chapter in the annals of history, reflecting the timeless quest for identity, sovereignty, and progress. If you enjoyed learning about the remarkable creation of England and want to delve deeper into the more fascinating historical journeys, subscribe to our channel. Stay updated with rich, detailed stories that bring history to life and join our community of history enthusiasts today.